Matt, 1-1 draw here at Yeovil this afternoon in what I imagine was some pretty difficult conditions for the players in terms of the heat. How would you assess today's game?
Very rusty in terms of some individual performances, way off certainly for the first 20-25 minutes of the game in terms of our collective intent, and obviously got punished in relation to the goal. Jay took his goal well to get us back on level terms, but then the game derailed with no real quality, no real connection. It was a disjointed day for ourselves, but probably the perfect day in terms of what some of the personnel needed just to remind them of what they need to do.
What do you think the reasons behind that performance were?
Some of them are making their way back into a rhythm. Some of them haven't had serious game time as yet. Some of them have missed bits and pieces of pre-season. But when we come to 2 weeks' time, we can't have those excuses. They've got to get themselves up to a fitness and a game level where I need to be able to trust them to put them on the football pitch. And there were just too many poor performances, and then it derailed our personality within the team. We looked grumpy. We looked a little bit naggy with each other. We could say it was a hot day, but it's going to be a hot day in 2 weeks' time. I'm sure it'll be a hot day on Tuesday when we play again and the following weekend. And like I say, first game of the season is a generally hot day, so we can make all the excuses in the world. I'm actually pretty pleased because you always want a couple of performances within pre-season which remind myself as manager, but more importantly the group of players where they need to get to.
Some individual performances again were brilliant, a bit like Tuesday. Everyone knows his name by now, but we'll call him Trialist. Thought he was very good once again.
Yeah, look, he probably struggled because he had no platform behind him and no real platform in front of him. It was a difficult day for the midfield three off the back of those two reasons I've just given you. He's impressed us this week. It's a shame we can't get him any more game time, but he'll stay with us for another week's training. He's not on trial with us. It's a programme and an aspect of what Southampton want to do with their younger players, where they send them out to league clubs to gain experience, and then we feed back with where we think the player is at. But then there's always a chance of movement in a transfer market in relation to loans and future signings when that happens, because he gets a feel for us and we get a feel for him. But we've been pleased with his contribution. Like I say, I felt sorry for some of the players on that pitch today because they were working ever so hard without the support they needed around them, and Kegs was certainly one of them.
I think Harry Lee's shown great progress in these pre-season games. Perhaps not too much to do today, but his confidence is growing, I think.
Yeah, it's a strange game because he didn't have anything to do. The goal he couldn't do anything about. There was one scramble in front of him in the second half. Neither keeper were tested, neither back line in the 18 box was tested. That shows a sign of where the game was from both teams. We failed to create anything of note. We did look like ourselves, not just ourselves and what we've done so far in pre-season, but ourselves in terms of the character and the personality of the team, and I can address that really easily, and I'm really pleased it's happened today as opposed to in a couple of weeks' time. The game always tells you the truth, and like I say, that told us a lot of what we need to do and where we need to improve for next week.
The next game is obviously on Tuesday at Bristol City. It'll probably be the biggest test we've faced so far in pre-season. Yeah,
today was another level up in terms of opposition. Tuesday will certainly be another level up. I think we'll have to spend more time without the ball. It was a mixture today. There was times we had the ball, times without the ball. The game had no control in it. Tuesday I would expect the Championship team to have most control in terms of their in-possession play. So we'll have to work a few shapes and systems and principles in terms of out of possession work. But we want to pack a punch. And as much as Harry Lee hasn't had much work to do today, I can't remember their keeper making a save either.
Good stuff, man. Thank you.